All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Let's talk about Yul Edochie. Yul, you guys remember we have a special name for Yul here, right? Yul Edochie and Judy Austin's. Yul Edochie, if you remember very well, was it 2022 that these two people? I'm not gonna bore you with their story, but they're always looking for ways to troll us by trolling themselves on the internet. But the only thing I can share with you real quickly is that this guy left his wife. Well, he didn't intend to leave his wife. But the stories was that, I think as exposed by Gist Lover, was that he wasn't trying to leave his wife, but he had a side chick. Was it Nasaba? Somewhere, and he had the main wife and the main family in Lagos. He was hanging out a lot in the east with the side chick Judy Austin. Used to be side chick, now wife. And by mistakenly, she got pregnant and she had a baby. And then he came out and announced to all of us and told us that he said it's time. In fact, look at the post. This was the post back then. Somebody dug it up, right? Let me make it bigger so you guys can see. He said, it's time for the world to meet my son. This was about 3 years ago. So it's still gist. I'm just bringing you up to speed. It's time for the world to meet my son. His name is Star DK Munachimso. What a beautiful name. Yul Edochie. Born by my second wife. Hashtag Judy Austin. This was the announcement of the second wife. And I love him so much as I love my other children. And then May came there and said, may God judge you both. This was the beginning of the story. Unfortunately, they started trolling themselves on the internet. Eventually, at some point, they lost their first son, who was about 17 years old at the time. And ever since then, they've been trolling themselves on the internet. So now, why are they talking about them today? I'm sure you want to know why they're talking about them. Well, you all came to the internet, so come and tell us. Well, is the comment section. It's a comment section, okay? But you all came to the internet, come and tell us that marriage comes with lots of challenges. You say, marriage is not a bed of roses. Abby says, shocking times. He came to tell us that marriage is not easy. But he wanted to do it twice. Anyway, he tried to marry a second wife, but Mary Yul Edochie, she said, nah, I'm good. And she's been filing for divorce since then. I don't think they finalized their divorce. But anyway, I wanted to look at this. This was on official Stella Demokokos page. Somebody said, for 17 years, you never came out to complain about your first wife for once. But see, you and your second wife, you are now realizing marriage comes a lot of challenges. Somebody said, we don't give a F about this, your so-called challenges. Just shut up and face it. Wow. The man cannot complain in peace. They are using the rumors for clout. If he acknowledges this, it means him and Judy are fine, because this goes against their usual style. Yeah, so a lot of people are saying there's trouble in paradise. I'm not buying into it. Honestly, I'm not keeping track, okay? The only reason why I'm seeing this right now is because it came on my feed, and I look at the comment and I see people catching cruise as usual. So I said it would be a nice comic relief before I get to my main story for today. You must overcome this challenge, though. You can't give your enemy something to laugh. I think I saw somebody somewhere. I might read it in a minute here. Somebody said, if you break up there. Anyway, you must overcome this challenge, though. You can't give your enemy something to laugh. Una must give us baby thunder, lighting, and Pluto. So I said, see, person where 102 wives. Can you imagine? At this point, I think he knows that every time he says something inflammatory, that people, the blogs will carry it and catch cruise with it. I'm here for it occasionally. Okay, I'm not following their divorce story that much, as you notice. When it's finalized, we'll find out. But anyway, why is he acting like he's new in marriage? I think he's never really seen himself as May's husband or what. I beg, it's not that deep. Anything Yul Edochie, honestly, at this point, is not that deep. Juju, how far? How you did? Abby says, MOP, maybe he's coming for your job next. He's about to start marriage counseling. There's nothing he hasn't tried. Hasn't he done that already? Not counseling, but something of that nature. Where he did pastor, right? Well, he's always advising on marriage. So Abby said, real estate, pastor, native doctor, major, general, president of all nations. They are trying to cash out. Let me see. Peter Obi has absolutely nothing to do with Simon Ekpa. He also separated himself from IPOB. Okay, yeah. That was the... Yeah, so... And Peter Obi doesn't answer to trolls. He doesn't, unless he means real... like, for example, he answered to Deji Adeyanju last week because that was some real stuff, right? Yeah, so he doesn't answer to trolls. Let me see here. What else are they saying to Yul here? They are just using you guys to catch cruise. Nothing is wrong with their marriage. Okay. A lot is wrong with the foundation of that marriage. Okay. The only problem is that we won't know when it's real. Okay. Well, what's the marriage? Let's call it the relationship. A lot is wrong with the foundation of that relationship. Not because she's a second wife. Not because he decided to engage polygamy. It's none of that. This is not your Nollywood movie. I keep telling you. There's no the end where the enemy dies forever. This is that life is a continuum. Okay. Sometimes it's not the enemy that dies. Everybody dies. Everybody will die. Okay. The issue here is your experience. You as an individual, what is your experience? Are you having a good time? Are you making sure? Are you intentional about making sure you have a quality life? That's what all of this comes down to. And looking for the end in every Nollywood movie that looks like real life story to you is not the way to do it. Because in real life, it's actually to be continued. Okay, in real life. So if you're waiting for Yul Edochie and Judy Austin for one day, they're married with Zuka Nwike because Orime, because the destiny of me, we attack them. You might wait forever. Okay, nobody is perfect in this life. Chill. Be intentional about the experience you're having in this life. Stop waiting for the end of a Nollywood movie. That's the only thing I see in this obsession with Yul and Judy Austin. Yeah. So I said, someone needs to tell me, how did Yul fall from being the most respected man in Africa to a joke? And listen, it is what it is. Oh, really? So we should cry, honky, honku with the H. Sorry, I bought. You must face and surpass those challenges. Where may the shield cover you from? Somebody say, Osubrile. What is that, Igbo? Make me tear, laugh the way it pleases my Lord. Don't laugh at them. Oh. Face your own problems. Don't laugh. There's nothing going on between the both of you. The both of you are together and must continue to be together forever. Okay? I'm here for it. But there's a lot wrong with the foundation in terms of the attention. It takes a certain type of people to be able to handle the negative attention that they get. If it becomes eventually that kind of that type of chamber they've created for themselves will become toxic and they won't have anywhere to run to. If they are typical human beings like the rest of us, if they are psychopaths, I can promise you they might just be together forever. If that's what you're waiting for, please don't wait for the demise of their marriage. Yo, don't do it. Yo. Focus on your focus. I beg. Focus on your own life. Hit the like button. I still want to know what your thoughts are about this. Maybe you're praying that one day their marriage will scatter. May God forgive you. But anyway, maybe you're praying that way. Whatever, But let me know what your thoughts are. Your authentic thoughts. Don't worry about me or whatever I said. just share that in the chat, the comment, because right now I want to move on to the other stuff that we have, the business that we have for today. All right, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. I will be right back.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing me.